In the dim light of the living room, a sense of unease hung in the air, thick like the shadows that danced along the walls. I glanced at my mother, her hands trembling slightly as she frantically searched for a way to keep our secret safe. My heart raced, and I couldn't help but wonder why we were hiding what lay beneath the surface of our seemingly perfect family life. The television flickered, illuminating the tension etched on her face as she caught my eye. "Mama," I whispered, my voice barely breaking the silence. "Why are we hiding this?" Dad could walk in any second. The weight of my question lingered, filling the space between us with unspoken fears and unacknowledged truths. She turned to me, her eyes wide with a mix of fear and urgency. "It's complicated, sweetheart. Just trust me. We need to be careful." As I searched her gaze for answers, I felt an unsettling chill run down my spine. What could be so significant that it warranted such secrecy? What family secret could unravel everything I thought I knew about us? Little did I know, the truth was more shocking than I could have ever imagined. A revelation that would forever alter the course of our lives. Just as the weight of the secret began to settle in, my phone buzzed violently on the coffee table, shattering the tension. It was a message from an unknown number. With a mix of dread and curiosity, I picked it up and opened the message. "I know what you're hiding. Don't think you can keep it a secret forever." Panic surged through me as I read those words. My heart raced, and I looked at my mother, her face draining of color. It was clear someone else was aware of our hidden truth, and our carefully constructed facade was on the verge of collapsing. In that moment, I realized we were no longer just hiding a secret. We were now in a race against time to protect our family from a revelation that could destroy everything. My mother's hand shook as she reached for the phone, but I held it back, my heart pounding. "Who sent this? What do they know?" I pressed, anxiety tightening around my chest like a vise. "Mama, please, I need to know." She hesitated, her eyes flickering with an emotion I couldn't quite read. Fear, shame, or perhaps a hint of guilt? Finally, she sighed, her voice trembling. "It's someone from your father's past. Someone who shouldn't be involved in our lives anymore." Every word felt like a cold wave crashing over me. I tried to piece it together, but the puzzle only grew more complex. As the days passed, the tension escalated. My father became more distant, lost in his thoughts and late-night work calls, while my mother became increasingly secretive, her phone buzzing with messages she wouldn't share. The tension reached its breaking point one stormy evening. Lightning illuminated the darkened living room as I confronted my mother, the weight of our secret pressing down on us like the storm outside. "Enough is enough, Mom. I can't keep pretending everything is okay while we're on the brink of disaster," I shouted, my voice echoing off the walls. Mother looked at me, tears brimming in her eyes. "You don't understand, honey. If your father finds out what?" I demanded, my heart racing. "That we're hiding someone from his past? That he's living a lie?" Just then, the front door slammed open, and my father stepped inside, drenched from the rain. The atmosphere shifted instantly. He sensed the tension. "What's going on here?" he asked, his brow furrowing. The silence in the room was suffocating. My father's shock hung heavily in the air as he processed my revelation. Who is it?" he finally managed to whisper, his voice trembling. I glanced at my mother, whose face was etched with fear. I knew she didn't want to say it, but I also knew we couldn't keep this from him any longer. "It's Uncle Sam," I said, my voice steady despite the whirlwind of emotions inside me. "He's been trying to reach you. He knows everything about what happened all those years ago." As the days turned into weeks, the anticipation grew for my father's confrontation with Uncle Sam. Finally, the day arrived. My mother and I sat anxiously at the kitchen table when Uncle Sam walked in, his expression heavy with regret. "We need to talk," my father said, his voice steady but tense. The three of us gathered in the living room, and the silence was palpable. My father expressed his pain and confusion about Uncle Sam's past actions, and Uncle Sam listened, taking responsibility for the hurt he had caused. "I'm sorry for what I did," he said, emotion lacing his words. For the first time, I saw a flicker of hope in my father's eyes. "I want to move forward," my father replied, offering forgiveness as a step toward healing.